We sincerely apologize for the break in transmission. Actually, it's been a tussle with the network, but we're back now, and that's what matters. Thank you so much for staying with us on this morning show, Beyond the Headlines on Baramatu Voice TV here in Ugunuwari Delta State, the Niger Delta Media House. Now, we're still talking about the River State saga, the issues surrounding everything going on, the Wike's outburst, Fubara'S lockout, and all of this. We want to bring in our second guest to tell us his own point of view in the person of His Royal Highness Dr. Alabo Nengi James, who is the second vice president of the Ijaw National Congress. Good morning, sir, and welcome to the show Beyond the Headlines of Gbaramatu Voice TV.
Good morning,
sir.
I'm talking to you from the Ijaw house. Ijaw house in Yenabo. And
wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for all this coming through to us on the Gbaramatu Voice TV. We truly appreciate you, sir.
Yes, yeah, so thank you very much for finding time to call me to say one or two things.
Okay.
May I know why we are in this,
yes.
we are talking?
Yes, sir. So we'll go straight to the point now. Now we're talking about the River State power tussle, Wike's outburst, the lockout of Fubara, and the Wike talking about impeachment and so many things, including saying in his words that the Ijaws is not even they are the minority in the Niger Delta. So in all of this, as the second vice president of the National Ijaw Congress, what do you have to say, Ijaw Nation? What do you have to say in all of this saga, sir?
Yes, first, I thank you for bringing me online. And I want our Ijaw brothers and sisters, sons, elders to listen very carefully so that some of us can give an insight of what is really going on. And it's very important that Baramatu Voice is really asking this question from some of us. And that is why I give Baramatu Voice kudos, because nobody will make you happy or keep you alive without your people. So Baramatu Voice trying to promote a Ijaw nation, I'm saying kudos to you. And I'm very happy that Baramatu Voice is asking me this question.
Thank you so much, sir.
Want me to comment on these issues. First, I want to say that the issue of River State, we talked about it earlier, but the River State issue, I have seen it in a different way and different method and strategy that is being taken by both government and the non-governmental organizations. But by your question this morning, I want to start from the word minority. When we talk about minority in the state of affairs, I don't think that I do respect his position. I do respect him as former governor and FCT. But I want to say that Wike is summarizing what he's saying based on political matters. And we are aware that Wike himself, as a person, do not like Ijaw people. Unfortunately, Ijaw people put him there. However, Ijaws have never been minority in River State. I grew up in River State as a child, and I want people to know that as at the time I'm schooling in River State, as from 4 years in Manmoswak, Amigo School, Austin Opara was my schoolmate and my mate in the school. So that people will understand where I'm going. From mile 1 to mile 3 and extension, you will understand that Rumo Prekon falls under Rumimi, does not fall under Port Harcourt. Rumimi, that is Obiakbo. And I will want to inform you that even the Ijaw man who made an Ikwere man prominent is forgotten by many Ijaw people, which was His Royal Highness Israel, is popularly called OCC. He was in NPN government. It was a Ijaw man that made him famous and gave him all contracts to have all the names without discrimination. Today, room of Prekon that I do visit, that I pass through the doors, and I'm taller than the doors. I even know Wike's father's house. I know their own family house. While I was young, going with Ikwere boys to villages. It's unfortunate that as at that time, Ikwere tribe or Ikwere people does not fall under any tribe. In the census scheme, Ikwere tribe does not show. What shows is a Jaw tribe. Elders that is listening to me know it. And if you go back to your father's box, you will see where tribal issues are mentioned. Ikwere people will pick a Jaw as tribe because they don't have a tribe mentioned by the national scheme. So even Wike himself need to go back and research. I respect him as a legal luminary, but because of politics, he has become like a chameleon and a tortoise. I wish to inform you that we cannot change history and record. I will inform you that from Awuda West, Engeme people, from Awuda West, we move to Abua Oldwal. Abua Oldwal to Degema. From Degema to Akukutoro. Akukutoro to Asaretoro. Asaretoro, we move to Boni. Boni, we move to Opopo. My brother Andoni Nkoro. All these areas I'm talking about now mentioning are Ijaw enclaves. And these areas are bigger than what we call Ikwere land. Let me put it to you that Ikwere is made up of 3 local governments and part of Port Harcourt, which is mile 1 to mile 3 in Port Harcourt. The rest are under Obiakbo local government. We also have Ikwere local government, headquarters at Ishoku, and Emoa local government. Lately was facilitated pioneer by one of my godfather, is late, is Osiminibeke of a lay brother. Fortunately, I served him, and unfortunately, I missed him. He's the father of Emeka Beke. He's the father of Charles Beke. He's father of Ugo Beke. And he's real strong man, which I work with, that was with it in Sopec, was, what is his name, from this other, okay, when I remember, I will mention it.
Yeah.
Kenny Tokoshe, Kenny Tokoshe, he's a popular Ikwere man. He was a young man that we missed. He was a banker. He was of Omakre. I know Kenny Tokoshe through Osiminibeke, the father of Ikwere land that made Emoa local government to be created. I served him as a young boy. To tell you deep that I know, the people I know in Ikwere was Maxwell Amade from Ishoku, very popular, Maxwell Industries in France. Amade is late. We have Akarano of Elekoya. These are people, men we know in Ikwere land. And I want to inform you that Ikwere land has a landscape of 3 local governments and part of Port Harcourt. But let me also let you know that Ikwere people are not as populated as we think. Obiakpo is a concentration of non-indigenous, and there is mass development there because of non-indigenous and their companies. There is a lot of concentration from companies backing Obiakpo local government. They have boundary with the Okrika people. When I call about Fenia Ama, you may not know some of these things. When you are going to Transamade and Swale, the Abatua, you will see one community is called under the Fenia Ama. We have down to Okrika, part of Okrika local government, down to Abuloma, Transamade. And I want to inform you that Ikwere people are minorities of minorities and extra minorities in Rivers State.
Okay.
I have told, mentioned the local government where the Ijaw people are.
Oh.
From Engene down to Opopo, Andoni Koro, down to Opopo. Opopo is the boundary spot of the Ijaw people in Rivers State, if anybody. But when you talk about INC, it goes beyond Opopo to Ibino and the Eastern Obolu. But for the purpose of Rivers State, I stopped at Opopo to Dambilo area. What I'm trying to let you know is that let every listener and a Ijaw man don't believe on what Wike is saying. I give Wike kudos for what he has done for Rivers State. But he has no right to have even tongue-lash Ijaw people. I will not say he's even insulting, because from the time I know Wike till now, if you look at his structure, I don't want to go to his privacy because I know small about it, because I'm affiliated to Ikwere people. So if you look at his structure and his spoken language and his mouth, you know that something is wrong. Presently, something is wrong. His tongue lashing of Ijaw people should not be a surprise, because it is we that took ourselves to him to be tongue lashed. That is for those that are ready to serve him. Please. Note, those Ijaw people that is ready to serve Wike, let them continue to serve him.
Okay.
That is ready,
Okay, let me quickly ask. Now, talking about do you think Wike knows all of these facts? You mentioned Opobo, because he said in his words that he handpicked Wike because he is not a full-blown Ijaw, that Opobos are not full-blown Ijaws, and that's why he picked him. But all of a sudden, he's changing the narrative.
Leave those semantics. You see, when people begin to talk about core Ijaw and native Ijaw and real Ijaw, I begin to surprise. Ijaw is Ijaw.
Said by His Royal Highness.
The land belonging to Opopo, is it in Igbo land? Yes, that is the question. You understand? Even in Jockey people living in Igbo land are Ijaw people, but we are not saying that the land belongs to us. But the people settlers there are Ijaw people.
Yes, are Ijaw
people. What we are saying. So, or the father is from one side, that you are not a Ijaw man. Answer this, or the father is from one side, that you are not a Ijaw man. Answer this question before we go further.
Yes,
if you don't answer it, that means we are not moving forward. If relationship, nativity, if a woman is married to you, a man is married to somewhere, it is accredited that you are part of that place. So how can you now tell me Opopo is an Igbo land? Did anybody, any Igbo man has gone be in Opopo to claim that he's from Opopo? No. He will go back to Abia State.
Yes,
he will go back to Imo State to claim where he is. But if you are married to Opopo, fine. Your part of your parents is from Opopo. So if you say you are from Opopo, fine, we will take it.
Oh.
My brother, my sister.
Yeah.
So Opopo is pure Ijaw community. They have never, go back to this, as I'm talking to you, I have all the facts. All the facts of 18th to 17th century about Opopo is with me here now in Ijaw house, in my handset. So you cannot, in the eastern region, was Opopo classified as Igbo land? No, it was classified as an Ijaw tribe. So forget about this. Even if Jaja was from somewhere and someplace, he resides in Opopo. We know the conflict between Boni and Opopo, and they settled the matter. Kalabari settled the matter as arbitrators. In fact, we should not go to history. As far as I'm concerned, Opopo people are Ijaw people.
Okay,
they can't go anywhere. They don't even have any tribe.
Okay.
In Nigeria, Ijaw people are the 4th largest tribe.
Okay.
Deny it. In Africa, Ijaws are the first recognized tribe and was of creation 17th century BC. So when you are talking about tribe, most of the lecturers are my friends in Ogbakoikwere. I know them. They are generally called Ogbakoikwere. And if the Ogbakoikwere have not say anything, they know what they are talking. They are battling with where they come from. Ijaw people are not battling where we come from. We know where we come from. That is why we are blessed. Whether you like it or not, from Arugo to Imbino is highly blessed. And we are the only people that God has blessed to have the mineral resources that is feeding the Nigerian state. Therefore, people like Wike should shut their mouth. From small, at the age of 4 or 5 years, I was rolling to Rumo Precom. I have never seen 1-inch pipeline of oil or gas. But it's unfortunate that we fall to the hands of a man who is very inglorious. Let me use what is an inglorious child. A man who is ingrate. A man who is greedy. It's very, I don't know what to describe. Okay, I don't have the money. I would have been in the international channel or national channel. Let Wike sit down, and I should sit down and let us.
Now,
we will see that he can't insult anybody. If he insults people, he will continue to insult them because nobody is talking with him directly. So what I'm saying that we cannot. We are well trained. Ijaw people are very respectful. We know how we do our things. Forget about what he's talking. How can I go to insult late Obiwale, who was Commissioner for Education? Where will I go and abuse Leshi Amade, who give us things fall apart? How can we, China Achebi, or people like Leshi Amade, who wrote poets and books for us, I want to know, how will I go and abuse OCC stream father to some of our brothers and sisters? He was the man who constructed the Obea Kanakalakala Road, was given by Okilo. So what is the issue that this Ikwere man is
okay. His Royal Highness. Okay, moving forward, you were talking about, you talked about pipeline or something. So, coming to that, yes, there's some militant group, the Niger Delta Rescue Mission, that has vowed, they've come out to say they are going to bust, the pipeline and all of that.
Yes,
and, even following, if Fubara is impeached. Now, even following what Wike said yesterday, he was talking about how can an Ijaw man come out to say they want to, bust pipeline when the man that is in charge of the surveillance of this pipeline is an Ijaw man. That is just a mere threat, and they can do nothing. That if he's Mr. President, quoting him, if he's Mr. President, he would, in fact, he's not going to take that. He just say, go on. So do you actually feel they can actually carry on with this thing if he's actually impeached?
Yeah. Look, impeachment is not a dead warrant. If people are following up impeachment, I watched the one of Nasarawa. Was he successful? I watched the one of Kanu. Was he successful? The one of Bayelsa was Ijaw people. This reminds me. We are so wicked to ourselves. All these things we are narrating is Ijaw people that is causing it. Let me tell you, Alameseya saga, from the beginning to the end, I'm aware. I even have some problems because that guy was in exco of IYC. But there is nothing I could do. I saw an oath to save an Ijaw man anywhere in the world. Let me tell you, it is a Ijaw man that is beating the drum for Wike. Wike himself is not powerful. It is our people that is rallying around him, that is giving him that nod. If not, as far as I know Wike to the highest level, he has nothing to do offer. But let me tell you, who are the people that castrated our brother Bully? Who were the people that were involved in Adakaporo? Who were the people that were involved in Peratual saga? Look, don't take me to history. I'm very emotional and provoking now. It is the job people. So first, we are our problem. We are not united. Except we are united because those who are rosy do not see Wike as doing wrong thing. Because Wike has come out to claim that for some of our people, go to his house to beg him every day to be minister, to be this and that. And that is why he has the God to call about in fact, I need the evidence where he's saying that my miracle governor, Doye didn't kneel before him. But we have his own. I have his record from very full. From the day he started launching the program about being to be a governor from as a minister. We have all his folder here, specially kept. But he now go further to say that Doye Diri is that they are all politicians. So that does not mean that he will undermine our governor. As far as I'm concerned, he's not better than Doye Diri, and Doye Diri cannot be compared to Wike, who I don't know the word to describe him. I have to respect his office. But as far as I'm concerned, he has insulted the ancestor. I will never want to use words that are very annoying to the ancestors. Right. They may even disagree with some of us. But I want to say that how can you go further to say that the oil, God has blessed us, that we cannot do anything about it. These were the mouthy situation. But to the blessed memory of Doye Okupe. Doye Okupe says, use all words to tongue-lash Ijaw people. He came to Bayelsa. And I ordered the boys to put him in the boot. And Doye Okupe was shivering. In fact, it was Noel Dikifa and the accountant general then that, in fact, begged me and talked to me, and we leave him. So you don't use words on people. I'm giving you an example. Doye Okupe that was late just yesterday did the same thing during the Odi saga. And unfortunately for him, he came to collect his contract money in the accountant general. They told me that he's there. We walked to the place and told him that I think we are tired of your tongue-lashing Ijaw people. And putting inside the booth, then he began to beg. That is how the situation is. I am saying that nobody is a lord. Only God gets power. Wike is not as powerful as you think. But what I would say is that we are now divided. We are divided politically. We are divided on economic sustenance. That is the area you are talking about. They now have given our people, even I said it yesterday, they have given us surveillance. Surveillance is a business. We have to understand tradition, business, and politics. Until we differentiate that, we will be mixing the things up. If you are a businessman and you want to tie to your business, better. But if you are mixing everything up, definitely Wike may be using that as a strategy. Because today, Tantita is doing a very good job for the nation. That does not mean that because Tantita is doing a very good thing for the nation and Tantita boys are employed everywhere. Let me tell you, madam, there is no champion in Niger Delta, even in a Ijaw nation. We only respect our essence. There is no champion. We always have champion at a decade. Champion will come and go. Other champions are there. Let me inform you that we do not believe that because of that surveillance that they have given to our brothers, that is the case that nothing will be done. I have told you that I don't want to reveal the cat out of the bag.
Oh, okay.
And I will not, because I talk about the psychospiritual and legalistic approach, which is very, very unknown to many of you. But I want to inform you that that approach is talking about that, thinking that they have cornered some of our people. I regret those people that is being cornered. Someday they will come back to their land, the John land, that we are waiting for them. Some of them cannot say anything, my sister, even at the National Assembly, because they don't want to lose their position. Many will not talk because they are ashamed of themselves. That because Wike will talk to Tinubu and they will strip them of their committee membership. If not, why are we not talking now? Those that is made, they are past governors, past members, past this. We outside that, that is why we are differentiating. Politicians sometimes allow us to do our work. We that is in these community-based groups, we are the people to challenge the Wike on one-on-one. But government officials and politicians can't. Let me also give you underground. Wike, because of his ambition, he planned this as a strategy. He worked for the bencher, the permanent bencher of Bar and the judiciary. He worked for it. He started paying judiciary officers to justices. Long ago, he has the money. He has been bankrolling students. People were not aware. Even the NJC, because he started from the NJC. He is strong man in NJC. Is his step whether father or step brother, which I know the private side of it. I will not say it in public. Which is OCJ Okosha. He used him to be there, and the next thing he moved again to make sure that he bankrolled the staff of PDP, and he made sure he pay all the National Working Committee and some people. He has been doing that. That is why he's proud, and nobody is aware. They know. There is none of the PDP officials that can say anything. They can't. They were committed to him. He was bankrolling them for about since when this president left. So that is why he has the bold step. So he has already put the judiciary, he put the party, he put some officials in Nigeria as part of his contact people. So when people are paid stipends every month and paid everything and try to make sure social welfare scheme reach out to them, what do you think they will do? That is why I'm telling you that even some of our job people who ought to say something cannot say, because most of them was relying on Wike's penury, and some of them they go to him to get position. And when you do that, the gods are there. They are watching. And I bet you, if this one you said that because of surveillance, fine. Some people are happy that because of the surveillance we have peace, yes. Because the oil belongs to all of us. Even within the peace period, there is still not a graveyard. But I want to say that, yes, surveillance have contributed a lot to our boys. Amnesty have done, but I've told you that surveillance is our right. Let somebody don't see that Wike boasting that he have put a minister, Wike didn't do that. That is their political way. Allow us to do our work. This
but
thing is a lesson to Ijaw people now. It is a critical lesson that when we are doing things in Ijaw National Congress, Ijaw Youth Council, we should know those who will be there. It is a critical example that those who are ready to work on penury and commercial jobbing should leave these organizations so that we can talk for ourselves. Now, how many of them can talk? Because they go there and collect money and the man can challenge them. And they can't go there. They can't even talk. If they talk, their money will stop. So, my sister, it is a very shameful issue that we are witnessing. But I don't want to use certain words. Wike insulting us. He has insulted us before in the church, and some of us replying with a video this and that. We talk, we did that. He has come back again to do the same thing. So what do? You should put your house in order. If your house is on fire, you cannot go to quench another fire. So I have enumerated part of our challenges. But the way forward is that we must come together to face this issue. because we cannot allow Alamesia to be insulted by the same Yoruba man, the Yoruba man, and another Yoruba man is coming again to have do the same to Rivers State. The next thing they will go to Delta State. So we should not take it kindly. I'm calling on every Ijaw leader. It is now we will know those who are our leaders, not those who have gone to be politicians that cannot lead. Sometimes you can give away your position for the interest of Ijaw nation. That is why some of us are serving Ijaw nation. We are not serving Ijaw nation to be guided, to be teleguided. No, we must do the needful to save our people anywhere, anytime, anyway. So, my sister, the issue is that there is two things we have told these people. Those House of Assembly people, are they now being voted by their people, or they were all voted by Wike? Somehow, somewhere, vote taking and everything. I've mentioned some things before. I won't mention it again. Clandestine issue is becoming a very big problem in the Nigerian polity and in Nigerian state.
Okay, thank you so much,
if you belong to one clandestine group and you don't belong to another clandestine group, it has become a yardstick of beating. If not, if people voted those House of Assembly, why are we sleeping that we cannot recall those people? They have belonged to a constituency. The constituency do not give them that right to go and do what they are doing. They are doing it because Governor Wike, former Governor Wike, bankrolled the affairs and bought their form. These are the things we are talking. When you allow yourself to be mortgaged, to be a stooge and begin to be a servant to somebody perpetually, you will begin to be in that bondage. So putting Rivers State first, or putting Wike first, disrespecting the office of the governor or respecting the office of the governor. One day, one of them will want to contest for election for governor. We will see all what they have done. So first, I want to tell you that Ijaw people are not minority in Rivers State. Ijaw people are the majority.
Said by His Royal Highness.
Local government and half.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes,
while
now.
the people occupy 3 local governments and half. Ogonis have their 5 local governments, including Elimi. We have the rest, Oba Ebema, Ilche, and all that. They are not Ikwere people. They cannot claim to be Ikwere people. So what he's saying, I don't understand, except those that claim that is like that. But using words to backlash, that is where it annoys me. I don't joke with the name Paklak and Tapapri. These are ancestors that are living forever. How many Kwere people will you want to mention as made of Paklak that have the intellectual capability, the capacity, and everything that have become Paklak? No, I don't think. Paklak, no matter what it is, in his lifetime, he established a university. Let me mention one Ikwere man that established university.
Okay.
Is it the Wigwe that just lived? But Paklako was there before him. So what we are talking about is not what he thinks, that everybody will want to believe Wike. Yes, his servants, those who are enjoying his money and who understand the political terrain of or the conflict entrepreneurs, or what I call political gamblers, will want to enjoy Wike. But as far as I'm concerned, it is now left for Ijaw people to consolidate, unite, and work more, because this is a challenge, it's a lesson for every Ijaw man, including our governors, former governors, and everybody. This is a lesson to us. Everywhere in the news, social media, you see what is going on. He knows what he's doing. When people say he's wicked, he's mad, he's drunk, even the drunkard in the village sometimes can be pushed by somebody to go and drop local medicine in your house. They are used for a purpose. So if he's a drunkard, who is beating the drum for him? Somebody is beating the drum. Since you are a drunkard, please go and say this. And in case anything, you said it under the influence of alcohol.
All right. Yeah, so when you were talking, you talked about the Ijaw people putting the house in order. And you know, in every crisis, we also look forward to solutions and how to go about certain things. Now, with what is going on now, as the second vice president of the Ijaw National Congress, and of course as an Ijaw man, what do you think should be done at this point for results, and what do you think Governor Fubara should also do in trying to manage all of this?
Thank you very much. I have also told you that I have an approach called psychospiritual legalistic approach. I think it's beyond the seeing of many. But on the 8th of this month, the Ijaw National Congress invited expanded meeting, and the community is out to the public. And the solutions we expect the public to do. Because talking here, I am just the second national vice president. We have the president and we have structure. So the structures and every one of us have spoken, and we have fixed it and put it in a community. That community is out there. But as an individual, even if the things we will do are things that we have to do individually, some things we are mentioned in the meeting, that these even surveillance issues and other we are mentioned, that we should know that those things are a kind of divide and rule tactics. And if you think surveillance is the thing that has come to put us, that the wicked will insult us, let's choose one. Because you can be a businessman, you can be a politician, you can be a traditionalist, you can be a king. So when we are pushed to the wall, what do you think? That is why I mentioned that we in the civil society, we should give us our way. Because we don't owe them apology. We are not going to beg them for money. We are not begging them for political position. So this is the time. This is our time. Allow us to do our way, so that let us not mix up what politicians do, that they will use it against them and they cannot talk. You know that I have told you one of our problems is the little disunity. Even in Rivers State, they are fighting amongst themselves. That is why you are seeing that the man from Ogugolo, I don't need to mention his name, is spearheading the Rivers Ijaw Congress. They named a group, Rivers Ijaw Congress. So that is the problem. How come, if a king is subject to a king, it is the time that our kings need to sometimes call our subjects. Though because of money and position, even the younger ones and our subjects are not obeying the traditional rulership. But at the end of their tenure, they will still come back to the village and they will be buried in the village. So we should try to understand ourselves. The Fubara issue, I have told you my stand, that INC, for we are a little bit biased, and we will continue to be biased, me as a person, because
you said it. You're biased from the onset. You're an Ijaw man.
Yeah.
In fact, that was a very wonderful session. That was a very, very, wonderful session from you. Quickly, I know you've actually given a solution on how this crisis should be sorted out. Because obviously, if the crisis is not sorted out, it is obviously going to affect, the upcoming election, which will not be a good one on the Rivers State. But I just want to ask something. Don't you think Nyesom Wike, as we all know, and picked Fubara, don't you think Wike deserve loyalty from Fubara?
As it is now, I will not want to go to this Fubara-Wike matter. The situation is respect is reciprocal. For instance, when you have formed I also mentioned the word clandestine. Maybe you may check the word clandestine. Most of these politicians are in clandestine groups, whether we like it or not. About 80 to 70% of it is a clandestine movement. Gone are the days of 79, 83, where you have few. Now most of these things are even settled in Kovum. But even the Kovu cannot settle them, according to one of my friends. I will not mention his name, that was directly involved in this issue. He called me and told me, he said, look, some of these people, we have even talked to them in our levels, and they refuse to listen because they have got money and position. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But the issue is that even the Kovu itself has a distillery way of dealing with human soul. So whether we like it or not, don't see it as just a peripheral political issue. This thing has a larger internal tactics and strategy, of which some of them have gone far, to the level that when the people, a wife and a husband, took oath of blood, whether nobody should tell you the inside of it. It can happen to any of them. So what I'm saying is that the level is not the way you people are thinking. It has gone beyond that level. So Fubara and Wike problem, I told you yesterday, is money and power puzzle. Because when Wike is out, Wike still want to see that respect in coin. Respect in coin, not respect only. I have said it earlier. No matter how they get the money, they are not tired of getting money. Look at it. I mentioned why Odele is being in the footing now. 18 years ago, Odele has a perpetual injunction. Now they see that Odele is the man behind him. It is now they are digging out Odele's case. So it shall be someday. Since Wike left, have you seen ICPC and EFCC going after him? No. Because he knows what he's doing. And he cannot do it that forever. And on Fubara'S side, he tried to respect nature. He tried to respect nature. Yes, you brought me to power. But give me a leeway to administer my people. I know that you are my boss. I've served you. The way people are thinking is not so. I told you that this man started with him when he was chairman of Obiako local government, as far as I know. He served him until he himself pushed him to accountant general. And if you are an accountant general of a state, do you know what it is? It's an internal wrangling. He knows that Fubara may do him some. Fubara has a lot of documents. The man looks quiet does not mean he cannot harm. In one of my friend's testimonial, the principal wrote, "You look quiet." And the young boy continued to ask the principal, "Why did you say I look quiet? In other people, I'm saying good, this, that. But my own, he looks quiet." He said, "That is how I observe in you. I don't know what you are doing not in another way." So if looking quiet does not mean anything. They have worked for years, as far as I know. He's more than 20-something years. When he was young, both of them were young. So what I'm saying is that there are things beyond what the people are saying. If you are not loyal, on what way do you not want to loyal? Is it on the Kovun side, or is it the ordinary politics, or is it on revenue? Because everything you do, look at Lagos now. Lagos speakership. Is the president not from Lagos?
Yeah.
Is the governor not in Lagos? But see what is happening even in Lagos. And under it, we know what is going on. Nobody should tell you. Your guess as good as mine. So that is the same thing that is happening in Rivers State. People are just seeing political issues, but all tied down to money and causing disrespect. Because Fubara may not want to go to certain excess of loyalty, of which even if he was, there is extent of level he will reach. That this one I cannot. You want to make me to talk certain things in public, which is dangerous to my health. So I want to say that the Fubara-Wike issue should have been like son and father. But the son and father are not in good terms. What will be the case? It is either money or disrespect. That is the situation. Disrespect how? Now look at what the House Assembly members are doing. They were voted by their constituency. But because Wike is their master, they only know about Wike. But the whole of what is happening, they have not gone back to their constituency and do a report. whether they should support. That is how you are representing the people. So are they representing Wike or they are representing Rivers people? Those are the questions. When people are going astray, we should not support it. But when publicly our people said, Wike helped me to be this, Wike helped me to be this, is it not something you have heard? You are in the media, you saw it. The same is job people. The same is job people. They are like job people that we know. That the Wike has also helped past president and his wife. He is never kneeling down. But all the social media, you see him kneeling down to beg a woman. So I thank God that his own there is evidence. I want to see my governor home. If he's not having the evidence, let him shut his mouth. Because Wike has no right to insult or bring my governor's issue to the public. That one, he has no right. He has no right. And as far as I'm concerned, if he does that again, as I'm telling you, where is his wife? Do you know what his wife is passing through? I said, don't allow me to let the cat
sir, in all of this,
deep into some of these things. So we should forget what is happening and we should concentrate on overcoming the situation. The job people need to go under. While some of us are facing Wike physically, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, legally, others should do what they are doing, and we don't need to go and tell you what to do. And there is no champion in Niger Delta. If you are a champion, you are a champion in your territory. For instance, in my family, in my house, can any person will come to tell me how I treat my children and my wife, how we are surviving or how we are not surviving? No. So we have territorial boundaries. We should know ourselves, but we should work as a team. So don't think that all the blood in Niger Delta belongs to one person. As far as I know, look at the word he used on bandits. Is it disloyalty on our elders, traditional rulers? Ikwere people, we are there. Ikwere leaders, we are in bandits. And look at the way he insulted them. He has insulted our royal father. Look at this man like Osman that told you. He was my classmate. Abusing traditional ruler. Now he want to use his mouth that I don't want to talk about Paklak. This man is not what you people are describing him. It's not alcohol, but he will get his sense at the appropriate time. I will not answer him. I will continue to answer him. It's not I don't have the window. If I have the window, I will be in live program. I want to challenge Wike that let him come face to face with me. So that you have young people insulting him, whether you will accept it. It is our people that go to government house, giving him our flag, and he will use it to, you see, that is why we must be careful. I remember when Oputa panel was sitting, and when they asked Ukomo questions about Ogoni people, you know what he said? He said the Ogoni people love him, they even give him chieftaincy title. So we must be careful of what we are doing. We must be careful, because posterity will definitely show. I know that most people have never received the job people in government house. And Wike received a job youth council in government house. And that is why, and when they visit, maybe he must have given them 10 kobo, he record it. The next thing he will even tell the public, I get them so money, they were begging me money. That is how the man is. So the level of, as I know him when I was the man was work. He has been an actor for survival. Yeah, that is how I know him. With my friends. I have even a friend here that was my friend in Manmoswak in Bayelsa here. We know ourselves. Also, Para knows that he was also an Agbero. Also, if Agbero versus Agbero is talking, we will shoot. Let him not come to Paklak. Because if he comes to Paklak, he will see things himself. That will reveal things that he will never even see, say, in room of record. Room of record that does not have 1 pint of oil. And today, because we have surveillance, that is not a cause. It's our right, it's our natural right to guide our own environment. So if that is what he's thinking, that let him go to hell, and we will tell him at the appropriate time, his insult is enough. Enough is enough, but I've already sworn to an Igbesu on him long ago after the church program. So I will not call Igbesu for him again. But I believe that our ancestors and Igbesu will work on him very, very well. I think they are already working on him. If they don't know, let me tell them. Thank you. God bless you.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. Now, in all of these happenings, knowing that it could affect the political stability, governance, security, and everything, what do you think should be next for Rivers State? What is next in all of this?
Yeah,
saga?
I have told you earlier that you cannot quench fire when fire is in your house. So there are already fire in Rivers State and fire in the nation. So if that is the case, we need to re-strategize. We need to rethink what has happened and what is happening and do the needful.
In fact,
I know the question you are asking me, you need certain things, but we cannot say it to. I will not, madam, I not will talk. As I'm talking to you now, I know what is going on in Rivers State. But I will not mention it because I know it was area I was. So I know that the Asawana is talking about. He is not a member of the Asawana family. We sold Asawana to him and he is pronouncing it very well, thank God. But he never knows the mystery of the Asawana himself. When he knows what the mystery of Asawana, he will never even pronounce it. So pronouncing it is even better, so that when the Asawana happened to him, then he knows that this is beyond Tinubu. Tinubu is a capitalist, but let me also inform you, throughout the presidency of this country, we have not got a capitalist as president. Tinubu is always the total businessman, and that may also cause another issue. They are interested on profit and revenue. So that is like Trump. So they are always after what they will get from as a revenue or as profit. So those profits that they want, we pray God will give them more higher. But I know that Wike is not talking because he's talking. Fire says, is he still talking? I'm sure he's not talking. He has no immunity. Wike now is being powered by the Yoruba man. And the Yoruba man removed Bayelsa governor. They are now moving to Rivers State. Beware job people. We are not saying Yoruba, but people who felt they are in the leadership of the cause of their mission. God will help us. We will come together and thank God at the appropriate time. But never you undermine the job people because the job people have never been conquered.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much.
I think this is the time we have to let you go because you have done, you've perfectly hit the nail on the head. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you for your time and for giving us this in-depth analysis.
But I have to also inform you that beyond that, the John Nation is today having a continuous map. A map that everywhere a German is, we have got in this our dispensation, we have where a job people residing and a job people is. Wike might not know that. So he can't even disprove it. But beyond it, let every German be aware that if you are playing politics, please let us understand the politics you are playing. Don't go there and trade with the John Nation. Thank you, Barrister Smooth.
Thank you, sir. Yes. Thank you very much, sir. So, we appreciate.
Yes, we've been speaking with His Highness Dr. Nengi Alabo James, who is the second Vice President of the National Ijaw Congress. Thank you so much. Thank you all for listening. And before we go, I think you should have
I have some comments here
that you'd like to read to us.
Okay, yes. While the discussion was ongoing, we have some comments actually. If you actually want to call To be part of this conversation as well, you can call the number displayed on your screen, which is 081-434-59986. Yes, quickly, I have a comment here. Okay, this is coming from Chukwuemeka Owere. He says, see, if people stand well for yourself, that is talking about the Ijaws, Wike will not do anything. You see, now, this is exactly what Nnamdi Kanu is saying, but you people don't understand. Yes, that is coming from Chukwuemeka. Now, I have another comment. Okay, this is a little bit harsh. Okay, she said, foolish set of people. I don't know who she is talking about. He said the Supreme Court judgment is final. Okay, well, I don't think I want to go further, but that's some of the comments I am seeing here. That's from Warri State. Okay, I think I have one more comment. Pafi Mike is saying, Samuel highly favored Ekiyo. You can imagine the silence over it. Even politicians from this said region have not say anything concerning it. I would always say that we only have one people who fight for their pocket and not for the Ijaw nation. All the Ijaw leaders who are benefiting from the federal government led APC administration will not be able to speak or say anything because of fear. You can imagine how they've turned themselves to slave. That was one of the things I think regarding the thing yes. Israel Ines was talking about. That's coming yes. from Pafiye Mike. Thank you very much for that wonderful comment. Okay, Victor Baba is saying, silence is golden and success is loud. Choose your reply to Wike wisely. I am a strategist in social welfare. Thank you very much for that wonderful comment, Victor Baba. Okay, I have a caller, an audience. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Please, who are we speaking to?
Yes, you're speaking with Valerie from Ogborikoko. I'm hailing from Ogborikoko.
Okay, Valerie.
Welcome to the show.
You're welcome to Beyond the Headlines.
Tell us what you have for us.
I believe you've been on the program.
Yes, yes. I've solely been on the program. I've been glued to the program. And what I have for you this morning, Mr. Nenge has literally said, His Royal Majesty Nenge has literally said almost everything I had in mind to say. But I'll chip in a little. And it's about the whole political saga with Nyesom Wike. And, him saying Ijaws are a minority group. And one thing about Nyesom Wike is that he strives on controversy. And he has once again deliberately stirred chaos where there shouldn't be. Because how will you call the Ijaw people a minority ethnic group when in history it has proved otherwise? This is the same Ijaw people, the same Ijaw nation that's produced a democratically elected president, which is Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, in which today people still talk about, people still reference about. And he has continually played roles in Nigeria, both politically, economically, and even in the cultural landscape. So does he think that the Niger Delta, we don't contribute into Nigeria's wealth, or we don't have
that's a question over there?
Because the same region, the same Ijaw region, the same Ijaw people are still the same people that we fund the national economy, which is vast oil production. So Wike's statement is not just ignorance. It's not ignorance. I believe it's really a calculated attempt to undermine and belittle the Ijaw people.
Yeah, okay. That was a very wonderful one. Your name once again, please.
Yeah, my name is Valerie, and I'm hailing from Ogborikoko.
Okay, Valerie, thank you very, very much for your contributions. Okay, that was a caller, one of the audience that has been glued to Beyond the Headlines. She has talked about a 1 cent on the issue that has been discussed today.
Yes.
Okay, in fact, we don't want to go.
But we have to go. Yes. So it's been awesome speaking with various persons and having your engagement. Please, I love this vibe. Let's keep it going. You know, when we talk about issues like this and you tell us your perspective, you're also talking to thousands of people. Imagine reading out your comments to the world to hear your perspective. I think that's amazing, and we should keep this flowing going forward,
yeah,
because we love it, and I know you love it too. So we're about to draw the curtain here on beyond the headlines on Gbaramatu Voice TV, reaching you live from the Niger Delta Media Center here in Ogunuwari, Delta State. And I hope we've been able to give you insights on news stories making the headlines and the topics that have been making the waves on the internet and happenings around you. And I do hope you enjoyed the program as much as we do, because we are doing this for you, because we love you and we appreciate you. Please don't forget to like, to share, to comment on all our social media platforms on Gbaramatu Voice, at Gbaramatu Voice. We love you so much. Thank you. Just keep the shares, the likes, the comments. Keep it going. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. From my co-host, Bess, do you have anything to say?
Yes, and it has been a wonderful session with you guys and our guests, the two guests we had on the studio this morning. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on X, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, at Gbaramatu Voice. And for more detailed story, visit our website, www.gbaramatuvoicenews.com. Yes, Best Luo is my name.
Yes, and I am Agogo Inika. Have a nice day.